What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? I hope everything is good with you guys. You are okay. Ride with me as I go to run to the store for my mom to get her lottery tickets really quickly. I have not uploaded anything in such a long time because you guys, life has been really lifing. 2025 has definitely been a hell of a year for me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys too. 2025 has been all clutch, no break. Just gas, clutch, clutch, gas. It has been a complete whirlwind, and I really can't wait for it to be over. I'm ready for 2026 to bring me something different, nice, new, and prosperous. Because 2025 has been rough for me, you guys. My phone broke, and I finally got it back. I was working. I had a full-time job, you guys. I had stopped doing registry, got a full-time job, and that turned out to be something that was not it. And I should have known it was going to be a red flag from the beginning when they hired me. Well, they called me on the weekend, and it was a holiday. They really needed somebody. And you guys know I'm a night shift nurse. I work night shift all the time. And I interviewed, and they made it seem like I was, going to get the position. It was promising. And then somebody else got the position, and I was kind of bummed out, but I was like, okay, whatever, And then like a week later, they want to offer me the position because it didn't work out with the other person, and it's going to be a different position. So they're like, okay, you're going to be working at 3 to 11. You guys know I don't work 3 to 11, but I'm like, okay, 3 to 11, and then you'll have me for October on knock shift, 11 to 7. Sounds like a plan, right? Right. Well, only that wasn't the plan. It was a mistake. I'm not supposed to be working knock shift for all of October. They need me for PM shifts to do full time. I'm not a PM shift nurse, you guys. I don't work PM shifts. I don't do PM shifts. I'm not a PM shift nurse. But I'll do it until, I can work knock shifts, because they did have me down for like 2 knock shifts. I'm like, okay, PM shift. Until they told me really what was involved when it comes to working PM shift at this particular facility. You have 28 patients. You are the admission nurse. So even though you have meds to pass, blood sugars to handle, 28 patients, some are G-tubes, you have patients you're talking to, family members you're talking to who have attitude problems. When you have admissions, you have to stop what you're doing and do the new admit, because you do have an RN supervisor. However, the RN supervisor, she really doesn't help. You should be able to do the admission. Immediately, I thought to myself, this is why the position is open, and this is why you need somebody so much. This is why you called me for a holiday to interview. This is why all of that. It's because there's no way in the world you can do that. As I worked there, on shift, the nurse I was training with, we had 2 admissions, and we really had to stop what we were doing to do the admissions. And when I tell you it's not for the weak, you have to do the med list, the dietary, skin assessments. Within all of doing this, we had a patient that fell. So we had to stop the assessment that we were doing for the admission to do a fall assessment for another patient who had fallen. And then the patient's blood sugar dropped. It was just a domino effect. And I understand things happen, and I understand shifts aren't hard like that constantly. But for me, that was just too much for me. In my 19 years, I've been through drama. I've experienced so much BS, but it was just too much. And I thought to myself, how are you going to be able to documentate everything? How are you going to be able just to cover your butt? You're not. It's going to be things that are missed. You have 8 people you're charting on because, change of condition and antibiotics, patient pulled out their catheter, God forbid, all the infection control and the contact isolation. It was just too much going on. And funny thing is, when I was over it, basically, when I told the hiring manager, like, I really was looking forward to work a knock shift position. I'm not really big on working, evenings. she told me, okay, you know, we have a sister facility and they're looking for a knock shift nurse, so, you know, you go ahead and interview there. Do you guys know that I went after, you know, a couple days, I was able to go to the sister facility. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna talk to her, I'm gonna interview. Do you know the sister facility told me that, oh yeah, knock shift is filled, we don't have any knock shift positions here? What the hell? So why did she tell me to come here then? She only did that because she seen that I wasn't happy, and she probably knew that knock shift position wasn't filled there. It was kind of frustrating. And it also was frustrating that, you know, when I told one of the nurses, you know, evening shift really, you know, isn't my thing, I'm more of a knock shift nurse. Another one of the nurses who was infection control, she was like, hey, could you help a CNA do a shower? I'm sitting here with the other nurse doing admits and stuff, and you're asking me to do a shower, to help with a shower, and you have all these CNAs. You're just doing that because you know that I want to work knock shift and this isn't for me. So now you want to act funny. Not only that, you know, they had a patient who had a kangaroo pump, and if you know about the, you know, internal feeding G-tube kangaroo pump, you guys know that it automatically flushes. So when the same infection preventive nurse was talking to me, and I was like, oh, the kangaroo pump, I know about that. She's like, yeah, we just got one here. And another nurse that was orientating and training with me, she was excited. She was like, yeah, we have a kangaroo pump. The IP nurse had the nerve to say, oh yeah, Giovanna knows all about that. You can ask her about it. And I felt like she was kind of being condescending, but I let it go. And then after that, she made that comment about, oh, you can go help CNA because it's a patient that needs to be cleaned and they haven't been cleaned, you know, and it's time, they smell bad and we just need an extra body in there. And I was like, oh, I get it, like infection control. And I said, all right, and walked away and went back to the cart to continue training with the other nurse. But stuff like that is why I'm so picky when it comes to facilities and what I want to work, where I want to work at and what I want to do. Sly stuff like that, you know, I want to be happy. And I wrote to myself, well, I journaled to myself, you know, I want to do what makes me happy. I want to find my dream job in nursing because I can no longer do facilities, convalescent homes, long-term care, all of that. I can't do it. It's not worth it. Like mentally, it's not worth it. It's about your mental health at the end of the day. And it's very depressing when you have that many people to take care of. They disrespect you. They talk to you like they're crazy. You have family members that talk to you like they're crazy. And they're not your only patients. Like, it's kind of impossible to give a person care when you have 28 people that you're caring for. And they expect you to just be there with them all the time. You can't be in the room with them constantly. At best, you have about 5 minutes. And you hope that nobody asks questions. And you hope no change of conditions. Nobody falls. It's really hard because you don't have support. And everybody's penny pitching because, you know, nobody wants to pay. So they don't need that many people. You do need that many people. You do. People are heavily understaffed, and it's just disgusting, and it's ridiculous, and it's sad. Understaffed and overworked and underpaid. Like, I really feel for my CNAs because you guys have it so hard. The LVNs have it hard, the RNs have it hard. Everybody has it hard in the medical field. They really do. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I'm telling myself I'm not going to go back to the registry. I'm just going to find me another full-time job or part-time job doing something in nursing that I like mental health or addictions or pediatrics, something that's gonna let me be the best nurse that I can be to my patients, and I'm gonna have a peace of mind when I go home at night. It's something that's gonna work with my schedule, you know. I know a lot of you guys know, all the nurses know, I know you know. It's hard out here for us. It's very hard. But, you know, we're doing it. We're here. Good nurses still exist. Kind nurses still exist. Yeah, I don't know what else really to say. But make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, of course. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye. I'm trying to drive and park in my spot, and I don't want to do anything stupid, guys. All right, bye.